until probably about 30, 40 years ago, I could still speak pretty decent German. You don't have a need for it, so you forget it.
Yeah.
In fact, my dad's sister's still alive. She's 98 or 99 years old, and my mom talks to her a couple, 3 times a week.
Oh, that's great.
And she lives in Germany still. Osnabrück, where they make Osnabrück. My dad was born and raised there. I gotta make sure this screws in. We always make sure they go on all the way. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Good there. Just going to clean the bumps off. We got little dingers. There. Just polish them down. Big burrs on the side here, see it? Don't like it. Stuck. Actually work out really well. When I collapse the bearing, it should load with this nut, collapse everything. It should stop on that shoulder. These two should be even. This one looks like it's gonna make it. We'll see. Contact. Okay, into the press we go. Pushing the bearing down. Feel it moving. Getting close. See if that shoulder's in the wrong position on the shaft.
Yep.
If it's too low.
Yep.
That's why I'm doing this. Try to seat the bearings as best as I can. I know what I'm looking for. I don't know how to describe it, but I know what I'm looking for feel-wise. Because it's a tapered bearing. You know, I could be off because it's not tight, nothing's solid. I could be off one way or another, and that's why I turn it to level it all back out.
I see.
And it's totally free again.
Yeah.
So now we get a little tighter. I can wiggle the cage still. It says the bearing's a little loose. You see, this one's getting good. Ooh, we might be on the shoulder. That feels pretty damn good, I'll tell you that. Here, let's check. I do believe I'm on the shoulder. Yes, it is. Okay, we're good. shaft seal O-ring. That one. Want to make sure I put it in the right way. Take out the directions. I know there's, you know, there we go. Those are the index pins. See those little tiny pins down there? Mm-hmm. They index right into here.
I see. Yep.
See them little guys? Go right on those pins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it indexed in. Okay, yeah, it's just a matter of pushing the O-ring all the way in there. It feels better. I'd say that worked. Okay, gotta chase these threads and we're gonna put it together. So we had tapped these every time. You know, that's a pipe fitter. Feels better. I'd say that worked. Okay, gotta chase these threads and we're gonna put it together. So we had tapped these every time. You know, that's a pipe fitter. I leave it open,
Yeah.
and I keep turning it as I'm greasing.
Yeah.
When I see a little bit of grease coming out all the way around the bearing, I'm done. It's a habit now. And it's probably a good thing because you got no lubrication. Why wouldn't you grease them?
Yeah.
I'm not even putting any bolts in it. I just take them out later. Yeah, and that's it, man. Can't go any further. When I put it on, those holes will line up with the screw heads. This gets an adjustment once it's all together. You just kind of lock it into place. You put your rubber on, like that, and then you can see your screws. Then when you put the whole assembly in here, you loosen your screws, and then you push this out to rub on that plate. You pull it out to the shell and then lock the screws in place. This is your adjuster to give yourself a load on the scraper plate. But all it does is keep debris from going down the drive shaft. Somehow I gotta get this to stick in here also. We'll put a little bit of sealer on there. Just a couple little drops to hold it in place so it don't fall off. Okay, there we go. You see what I was trying to do? Push the seal in with this. There we go. Man, unbelievable. This thing is just, everything is stuck on it. Oh, it's hanging. That's what it is. Get it in the right position and it moves. No problem. And now that it's out of my way, I want to be sure the seals still stay down there, the gasket. Looks like we're pretty good. And right where that's supposed to be. Just want to make sure I didn't bring too long of bolts. I think we're good. Okay, now can we turn it? Yep, that's what I'm talking about. See to get to the top bolt. It's too hard to get a wrench in up on top. I checked the seal in the vise when I got done with it Saturday. I sure hope this seal works. There should be plenty enough of a cup to hold water. So we're going to pick it up right here, stand it up on its nose, and see what happens. If I don't plug that, all the water will just come right out. Because this flush goes right into the suction case. When you flush it here, it just blows in. It doesn't come out of the other side. There's no port. Time to take the clips off. That's cool. Somebody actually knew what they were talking about the clips. And that was just somebody wrote in a comment? Pretty good. Okay, tighten up 2 more screws. We should be good to go. No, 4 more. That's just, you know I'm doing that. Okay. Living on the edge. Now it leaks. Yep. All right. Let me go and let them guys know. Yeah, seal's no good, that's for sure.
It's a shame.
Part of the job, dude. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have no facilities to test any of this stuff until we put it on the unit and check it out. Ugh. There we go. Unbelievable. Yeah, the gasket stayed in place. That was my concern, leaking through the gasket, but it stayed. All right, after break. Man, that thing is really tight. Unbelievable.
It's really tight tolerance.
Yeah, it shouldn't be to start with. Should never be that tight. Oh well. Let's just make sure we didn't put any big dingers in the shaft. Okay, we're looking okay. Yeah, well, let's pull back the screws out. Let's see how this one fits. That's how it's supposed to go on.
Yeah, how about that?
See?
Is that a special lubricant?
Yeah, this is just seals. They say it's just for O-rings. Good morning, Morelli.
No, it's not O-ring, it's a Z-ring.
A Z-ring?
Yeah, it's not O, it's a Z.
Soft hammer. What are you doing? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to move. Not like the other one. All right, now we can pop this thing back on again. This time we're going to put a little lube in here. Make it slide a little easier. As long as it's in the center, it's real free.
This way, you should put the motor on this bracket before you put that. Yeah, and it's so you can access it. It doesn't really matter either way. You're not supposed to put the motor on. These should be on
See, and this is the gap they want to maintain, that piece. Now by rights, the seal should be holding water. And I fill it. Here, drinking the water up. And that is more than sufficient amount of water. Now, Brian, one of them guys has to verify it's not leaking. I cannot just say, okay, it doesn't leak. You're good to go. Okay. I'm a happy camper. Thank you, sir. You see what happens here? This is, whoever put this in didn't do it right. Preferably here, but they're on the sides. Now you got to take the cover off just to access the screws. But they're supposed to be okay. Just gonna kind of snug them in place. Because we're gonna go ahead and put everything together now. And that's the sprinkler that goes up against the rubber.
Yeah. Now, how does that?
That keeps all the debris from going in and winding up around the conduit. Just a little glue to make the gasket stick. That fiber deflector wouldn't be in there, would be no problem. I always leave this much out. That way this sticks out roughly like that. I can assemble a gear ball and everything on it and then push it all back. But because this doesn't allow me, that takes away this much distance. So now I lost all this distance. It's going to take me a nice long nap today on my moon pod. That's super comfortable and super expensive. Couldn't believe it for a fucking beanbag. Take them on the floor. Yeah, picked up a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches. That might be enough. guys are gonna have a lot of editing to do on this guy.
Yeah, probably will. Never been a problem before.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we're just gonna get some bolts and pull it together is what we're gonna do now. See, because that'll bind here. Then I can just shove the thing right out. Oh, maybe even the original ones will reach. This is all I got to work with now. Wasn't in there, this would be all the way out here. So I can assemble it, I'll shove it back into the hole. This way, let's just cheat it. Get some light in there, huh? See, I hate these because they're not even close. There we go. Perfectly lined up with the keyway. You gotta line that set screw hole with the keyway. So everything lines up. Yeah, I got lucky on this one. It's right on the money. Usually you gotta turn it a little bit one way or the other, but this one worked. Okay, works. Stop. And now I'm pushing the rotary even deeper out. Nothing like a wobble extension. Get around those little tight spots. And now, see the gap we got here? From the rubber to the scraper plate? Mm-hmm. And all you're doing is just pushing up there and touching it. You're not doing anything more. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, compression or anything, not needed. Because again, it's, you know, as it turns, it just keeps everything from going in the hole. Mm-hmm. That's what I figured. That stator's heavy. I mean, that rotor's heavy. Meaning it's hard to turn. Put it in the middle, they can put it where they want. This guy's gonna go just as he is, and that's that.
Maybe a socket.
I just told him Friday I'll be in next 2 weeks. Everybody's like, well, why are you coming in? Because I need motorcycle parts. See what I was saying about those screws being in the wrong place because of the door? Because once this gasket's going to get product on it, when you take the door off to do anything with that, gasket's history. It'll collapse when you tighten it up,
But then it'll stay that way?
yep. Most gaskets, other than like plastic, they're one-time use and that's it. Just enough for it to seal. Guess I should be wearing gloves, huh? Well, wasn't that having to do with a wastewater pump that I was taking apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this one. Because they weld these flanges onto a pipe, you know, that's incoming to this. They have a specific center line, and it's between two bolts. So we always give them this so they don't need to change this location. When they're done, we're done. All they gotta do is put their bolts in. Okay, we're complete. Finished. That's it.